Hallå och välkommen tillbaka till If My Heart Had Wings. Idag känns det som att min röst nästan är helt normal. Alltså jag spelar in där typ 5 minuter, kanske 10 minuter efter förra avsnittet. Men nu har jag pimplat en massa te. Så att det känns nästan som att man är på rätt sida igen. Så The Wonders of Medical Science te. Really shines through, antar jag. Välkommen tillbaka i alla fall. Is that all you need? I don't know, man. Kan jag få sätta mig ordentligt bara? Oj. Vi köper det där. It looks like I'm running out of lead for my mechanical pencil, so I'll buy some of that too. I follow Senpai into the stationery store. I've gone shopping with Himari Senpai. Jag menar Amane Senpai today. I'm what you might call the bag carrier. I'm what you might call the ultimate simp. I carry her bags for her. Oh, fy fan. Even so, just me going shopping with Senpai could be considered a side benefit. Okay, we haven't forgotten anything. So, shall we head back then? Wow, har det alltid varit rött här? Har de färgat om? De har målat om sen vi var här sist, tror jag. Thank you for today. Thanks to you, I could buy a lot. No, it's no problem at all. She bought paper and equipment for sketching as well. Some tools where I wasn't sure of their usage. The amount and the weight would be too much for Senpai to carry by herself. But why did you suddenly decide to go shopping with me? But, well, I thought it might be tough to do it by yourself. Huh? I've been entrusted with a secret mission today. Oh, jag gillar hemliga uppdrag. Det här avsnittet kommer vara helt tematat. Temat på det här avsnittet kommer vara hemliga uppdrag, antar jag. I suppose. I have to stall her until the others finish preparations for the farewell party. Vad ska de ha det idag? The other day, we hurriedly decided that we would hold a farewell party, but to surprise Senpai at least a little, we wanted to keep the exact date a secret. Right now, Kotori and the others should be proceeding with the preparations at the dormitory. I wonder if they will manage. Det ska vara så jättedramatiskt idag, tänker jag. They told me not to worry though. Because they called in some help. Åh nej. Jag har kallat någon hjälp. A.k.a. the Ghostbusters. Huh? Senpai, where are you going? Senpai turned her steps in the direction opposite from the school. I'm going back with this luggage to Flying Fish Manor. Huh? Why? Weren't we going to put him in the garage? No, I bought this so I could do some work at the dormitory. Wow. Den musiken är alldeles för glad. Vi måste ha någon mer liksom så här dramatisk musik. Oh, I see. Indeed, she bought a lot of things that she already has on her desk in the garage. What's wrong? Aren't you coming back? This is bad. If she returns to the dormitory like this, they'll be caught in the middle of the preparations. But why don't we go for a little stroll? Well, I don't mind. Senpai agreed to it, even though her expression showed that she was slightly perplexed by my sudden suggestion. Alright, let's go, as far as possible. Wow. You little creep. As far as possible. Following that idea, we somehow ended up in Australia. This is strange. I chose the course for the stroll. If you take a detour and circle the lake along the promenade, then I noticed that we were walking up a gentle slope. Nej, du gillar inte slopes, du har berättat det förut. Oh, this is magnificent. Och det är den här låten också. Amane Senpai breathed a sigh of admiration as she gazed at the windmills lined up along the gentle slope. Is this the first time you've seen them? It's my first time seeing them from the ground. I've only ever seen them from the sky after crossing the lake. Not many people would have seen this place from the air. I was one of those few people. I feel quite proud of that. This is a research facility for natural energy, isn't it? Sure is. Vi gör så där istället. Okej. When I first came to Cape Academy, it was still under construction. They started building it when I wasn't living there. I see. At that time, Senpai was already a student at Cape Academy. You were in the robotics club during your first year, and after that you joined the soaring club, right? Yeah, that's right. Well, rather than joining it, it would be more correct to say that I made it. Together with Isuka-san, is that right? De har väl inte gjort det, de var väl de som liksom väckte liv i det igen, om man säger så. Eller har jag missat lore här? For a moment, Hamane-senpai looked at me in wonder, and then she nodded. I guess Isuka's name coming from me felt out of place. I was invited by Isuka. She found the photo in the garage. She said, "Let's make a sorry club." I wish I could have seen it. Seen what? You at that time. I mean, you're so goddamn ugly right now. I missed old you. Vad fan är det han säger? Vad fan är det du syftar på då? Eller vänta, vad stod det där? Jag håller på att multitaska nu. Men Senpai was Kotori or Himari's age. Vadå, så 2-3 år sedan? Senpai took a good look at her own body. Jag vet inte hur gammal hon är. I don't think I've changed much since then. It seems that her boobs... Alltså, var det du syftar på, eller vadå? Ja. Det är klart. Japan måste vara Japan där ett tag. Alltså, it seems that her boobs were just as big back then. Hur vet du det? Men okej. Kotori would be very jealous if she heard that. För jag tror kanske inte att det är det hon tänker på. Hon kanske tänkte att jag har inte ändrat så mycket liksom rent inåt liksom. Inåt. Personlighetsmässigt. Her looks aside, I can't imagine Mochizuki Amane as an innocent young girl. Her personality also might have remained unchanged since the time she joined the robotics club. What did you do in the club back then? That also didn't change much. I was building the glider and flying. Back then, I wasn't really interested in gliders. It's just that Isuka said that she wanted to go to the place in the photo, so it felt like I was helping her. Is it different now? Aerospace engineering isn't my specialty, but I've discovered many interesting things as a result of my research. Also, doing something together with Kotori, Himari, and you is fun! Do you remember when we completed the main wings? Yeah, of course, it happened yesterday. No, they wouldn't, man. At that time, I was so happy. Everyone's effort, or should I say their feelings? I can't put it into words. I felt like it had all taken shape. That's why, even though I'm scared of flying, I still enjoy the test flight. Senpai. I was moved almost to tears. I looked up at the sky. A lonely tear falling from my left eye. I usually don't really know what she's thinking, but now I realized that she felt the same way I did back then. I'm pretty sure this could have been anything as long as we could all get engrossed by it together. That just happened to be the glider. The rest of us could probably say the same thing. I always wanted to know the reason why Isuka was so obsessed with it. She said, while she was looking towards the scenery on the distant, opposite shore. If I can fly to the passage of clouds, maybe I'll understand it. So that's why you're aiming for it, okay. For that place, even if she's all alone, Senpai probably isn't really that into building gliders even now. She isn't chasing the sky, she's chasing Isuka-san. Where is Isuka-san now? The question that I meant to ask many times before, but was always stopped while biting my tongue, had just slipped out. Senpai looked up at the windmills that were turning slowly in the wind. Well, I don't know. She went somewhere. Senpai was smiling. She didn't seem lonely or sad. It was more like a smile in resignation. I regretted asking such an unnecessary question. Not knowing what to say next, I look up at the windmills with her. So, the windmills are pretty cool, huh? Do you know what a windmill is really for? No? There's a conspiracy here, you know. Whenever I see them, it's such a tranquil scene. It makes me think that living hastily and always pressed for time is absurd. Okay. Anyway, it's pretty hot. The solar panels must work really well now. Yeah. Other than the windmills, there are also solar panels there. Oh, I didn't know this. Jag såg inte det, jag tänkte inte på det. Tack för att du sa det. Jag menar... I don't know. In the direct light of the midsummer sun, those must be working like crazy right now. Shall we head back zone? Well, I wonder. Maybe we should stay for a little longer. I checked the time on my cell phone and it's still a bit too early. But it's hot. Look how much I'm sweating. And she pulled away the sweaty clothes that were clinging to her chest. Himari said that one day, that part gets the sweatiest. Then let's go to the convenience store. I'll treat you to ice cream. Ice cream, sounds good. Ni kommer säkert äta glass på den där jävla festen också. Ni kan inte äta massa glass innan den då. Senpai looked like she was about to start drooling and immediately began walking. I followed her, carrying the bags. I'd like strawberry one. It's sweet and sour, simply delicious. Jordgubbe verkligen surt, jag vet inte. Go ahead, eat as much as you like. I looked down at my wallet, cried a little, but I know this was for a good cause. In order to buy enough time, I'll probably need to make her eat about 2 or 3 ice creams. What? We're going to be eating later, but that shouldn't be a problem for Senpai. It shouldn't be a problem for Senpai, the fat pig. Eller vad fan menar du? Idiot. We're back. Oh shit! What just happened? What just happened? Jag vet inte. Låt oss ta en liten paus. Jag måste göra lite grejer. Jag håller på att multitaska här. Nani kore? Yes. Yes, that means we're back again. As soon as she passed the entranceway, Amane-senpai froze due to being surprised by the sound of crackers going off. Seeing Kotori and Himari there, she asked, "Is today my birthday?" No, it's not. Don't you remember your own birthday? Come on, come inside. Sure. Oh. With a big question mark floating above her head. Va? Senpai... Senpai was brought into the dining hall, where she saw the spectacle awaiting her. Vilket jävla spektakel ni har puttat on. Va? She let out an amazed gasp reflexively. I followed her inside and groaned a little. The dining table was overflowing with food. Incredible, there's so much delicious looking food. Hehehe, seems that you like it. The first part is a success. Koto and Himari exchanged smiles. Amane-senpai, thank you for your hard work all this time. Huh? Have you forgotten? We said we were going to throw a farewell party for you. It seems that she really had forgotten. She said, "Oh," and nodded when she finally remembered. I thought that I should forget about it, so I did my best. If you're trying to forget something, wouldn't that memory become all the more vivid? We're talking about Mochizuki Amane's brain here. She's different from normal people. She's a freaking weirdo. Jag ska bara snyta mig, vänta. I'm sorry, Senpai. To keep the preparations for the parties a secret, I've been taking you to all those different places all day. I hated every second of it, but I had to do it to keep this party a secret. Now please never talk to me again. Please? There were some side benefits though, right? Like a date with Amane-senpai. Hey, that's not what this was about. Was that a date? No! Like I said, that was my first time. I see. So that's what a date is like. I made another good memory before leaving. See? Looks like she gladly accepted it. Yeah. You're blushing. How indecent. Shut the fuck. Shut up. More importantly, you guys have done a great job getting all these food ready. Judging from its appearance, it's made of Western style course. I guess it's Italian or French or I don't know language. I don't know countries, but I'm not familiar enough with the cuisine to give it a particular name. However, there's also roast beef and chicken and Mr. Johnson's Temptation in the oven. It's a full-fledged feast. We got Hibari to help us. Hibari-san got revealed by Kotori. She couldn't wait to come in and enter the dining hall. God kväll, Amane-san. Okay, good evening. Kotori frågade mig om jag kunde komma hit och hjälpa er. So that's how it was, and it's no wonder. I'll tell you this, him and I also helped, right? Right! Afterwards, Anchan and company came in. Jävlar, det är hela högen här. We invited them to surprise Senpai. Amane, congratulations on finishing school. Tatsuya, thank you. Is this alright? That we also came? No, it's fine. We also help with cutting the grass, you know. Hotaru and Masatsugu were here too. Like Masatsugu said, they did help out. Besides, at times like this, the more the merrier. When I heard about a party, I just couldn't keep quiet. Kanaka-san, I thought you went back home. Oh, they kicked me out again. She must have been loitering around the house in her underwear again. But we can't leave her out of the party. She helped out with some stuff too. Okej, jag trodde han menade att hon hjälpte dem att förbereda detta party också. Oh, it's so lively. It's like she's talking about someone else's party. You're the guest of honor, Amane-chan. That's right, today's your farewell party. Oh yeah, thanks everyone. Alright, tonight we'll drink and sing and party all night. Yeah. Don't go too crazy. This building is pretty old, you know. Okay. Får slå sönder hela Flying Fish Manor. Oh, yeah, it's delicious. She's the same as always. I feel totally disappointed. Everyone sighed when we saw Amane-senpai's eating manners. They totally ruined her image of a beautiful girl. What's wrong, guys? Oh, nothing. We're just glad you like the food. Yeah, it's delicious. Amazing. Today's food is so extravagant. Hibari really displayed her abilities here after all. Well, det är för Kotori-chans värdefulla senpai-son. Jag skulle aldrig kunna servera en halvhjärtad disk. Hibari-san emphasized the part about Kotori. She's a good person, but when Kotori is concerned, she can be pretty scary at times. This chicken is delicious! Wow, wow! She was wolfing down the chicken grilled with herbs with a complete lack of manners. When I thought that I won't see that hard way of eating anymore, I felt a little lonely. So, Amane finally retired too, although I was more surprised that she was still keeping up with it from the very beginning. Wow, it caused a lot of problems for my dad. From now on, I have to show some more parental respect. To think that I hear something like parental respect from you. Hey, come on, Anchan. Were you also one of the members who helped revive the Soaring Club? Me? No, I wasn't. I was invited later. By Amane-senpai. Who was it, I wonder? Tatsuya was invited by Izuka. When she saw the parts that I had made, she said, that is bad. Even now, I still don't really get what was wrong with them. Senpai didn't understand it, but we grasped it straight away. And therefore, she called Anchan. Anchan's been helping out at the workshop for a long time. Manual manufacturing skills are his forte. And there's also... whoops, Izuka told me not to tell this to everyone. That was close. She said something very meaningful. Och det är väl inte så svårt att läsa mellan raderna där. If it came from an ordinary person, it would have been like an invitation to pursue the topic. But when it comes to her, I don't think that was the case. Could this be about that? Possibly. The one who started the current Soaring Club were Izuka and Amane. At the time, it was only the two of them. They could do the club activities by themselves. Oh, back then, the student council were really lenient, especially towards Amane. She was the greatest genius to attend the school since its founding, after all. The teachers are also turned a blind eye to most things. Oh, so that's how it was. Senpai said was slurping her soup, as if the discussion wasn't her business. I'm not a genius. Izuka always used to call me an idiot. I can't believe she called Amane Senpai like that. Is Izuka really that amazing? Yeah, Izuka was a genius. When Amane answered, she was proud, as if it was her own achievement. A genius that surpasses Mochizuki Amane. I can't imagine it. When I turned my eyes at Anchan, he just shrugged his shoulders and smiled. Oh, it was Izuka who found the garage and the glider resting inside. Senpai nodded while she was busily biting into her chicken. One day though, she suddenly said, I found something incredible. And then, we decided to fly the glider. A lot of the details were left out, but I got the picture, so I decided to not delve any deeper. This often happens during conversation with Senpai, after all. The glider that you guys have been flying was built by the former members, you know. We merely byggde det själva, men okay, you know. Amane and the others only modified it. I always thought that Amane-chan and the other members made the whole thing themselves. The former members were incredible too, then. Hearing about the great achievements of the past members made us feel pretty small. We gotta work harder. While we were talking about the history of the Soaring Club, the ones who don't have much to do with it were just enjoying the meal. Marku, these are delicious! Oh, the ones wrapped in bacon? Oh, let me see. Oh, seriously tasty, you know. Such meals are great. At my place, we only eat ramen and gyoza all the time. Our dad hates Western food, so I don't eat these kinds of dishes often. Feel free to have seconds, there's still a lot. Jag tror att det är humor den svenska personen. Oh, okay. Kodri-san's sister is really kind, isn't she? She's also a total babe. That damn Ajöss got a good life. Seconds. Okej, höger här borta. Eller höger iväg. Oh, I'll do it. Det är fint. Det är fint. Dres dig inte upp, mina Cezanne, she said, as her slippers pattered when she went into the kitchen. Hibari-san will definitely make a great wife, don't you think? Does she have a boyfriend? I have no intention to let Oneya-chan go off with some random guy. I will rigorously scrutinize anyone who would try to go out with her. It's really obvious that you have a sister complex. No, I don't. I just love Hibari, that's all. Really now, that's no excuse at all. Well, it's good for sisters to get along. Isn't Habanero's sisters about the same age as Anchan? Maybe. We all looked at Anchan, and then at Amane-senpai. In other words, she's about the same age as Senpai, huh? Okej. Förlåt för att jag lämnade er här och väntade på mig. Hibari-san put a second serving of chicken on Amane-senpai's plate. Maybe if Senpai had become the super repeat student and had just graduated normally, then about this time she would also... Nah, there's no way that could happen. She would have swapped her school uniform for a white coat and worked at her dad's lab. Perhaps her life wouldn't have been that much different than it is now. That reminds me, Amane-chan, you're always drawing something. What kind of designs are those? Kotaro asked a simple question. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. It was on my mind as well. Yeah, I also blew. It's a glider. But haven't we already finished it? Kotaro agreed. Amane-senpai wiped her mouth and stood up. I'm sorry, I have to leave now. Fuck you guys. She left the dining hall and came back shortly after. You mean this? And she laid out the design mentioned before on the floor. The floor was very, very greasy. The blueprints are ruined. It has food stains in all the corners. All the important corners. Blah, 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 blah. It's a glider, but it has a different shape than ours. The wings are attached to the body a bit further forward. What's this? The wings have a different shape. There are other improvements, but the shape of the body is the same. But look at this. Hibari pointed out all the small differences one by one. There was a considerable number of these changes. This is the aircraft that we actually should have been building. actually should have built? Amane-senpai nodded. As Tatsuya said before, the current glider was made by seniors from the old soaring club. It's extremely well made, but it wasn't owned down to the finer details. It was probably made to mimic a famous glider design from overseas. There are signs that they copied it as well, without understanding its functions. That's why I tried to make some improvements. We all eagerly looked at the designs. Even when I find the differences, I got no idea why this is any better. But the old members did fly above the clouds using this aircraft, didn't they? They took that photo then. In this case, shouldn't its specs be good enough? According to flight logs from that time, they used a towing plane to fly. Towing plane? In other words, they didn't use a winch, but another aircraft to pull the glider into the air but taking off together. So it was taken up to a pretty high altitude to begin with. Senpai nodded. However, we didn't have a plane. I need to... Proceed. However, we didn't have a plane. We're towing it with a winch. I mean, it's broken now, but so in order to fly a little higher, I decided to fine-tune the design down to the smallest details. These designs are the result. But why didn't we build it in the end? Anchan answered Kotori's question. Oh, we would have to apply modifications to the body. And the main wings would need to be rebuilt from scratch. If we wanted to implement all this, it would have required a considerable amount of time and money. If they had been working on this from back then, I'm pretty sure Anchan would have been at the center of the production. It's not that it can't be done, but it would be difficult. Also, the designs aren't complete yet. I can't seem to get my ideas together. It's because I'm stupid. If Amane-senpai can't do it, it would be impossible for anyone else. Senpai carelessly folded up the designs, put them aside, and went back to eating. The soup was splashing them. Oni-chan, put that somewhere else. Okay. Hibari-san moved the designs to a place where they wouldn't get dirty, and we returned to our meal. Jag är fan hungrig nu alltså. Jag blir fan hungrig. Jag har lite julmat i kylen. Jag tog med mig hemifrån. Jag tog med från mina föräldrar igår. Jag har lite julmat. Jag måste gå och äta det sen. Alltså jag måste äta det. After the meal, we went out into the garden to play with fireworks. Illegal fireworks. Since the farewell party was planned in a hurry, there was a limit to what we would be able to do, but I want to play with fireworks with Amane-chan. Kotori decided with her authority, leaving no room for argument. And indeed, there were no objections. Well, the rest of us also wanted to do this. This is really fun. The color changed. Hey, look! Oh, it really did. That's so cool. I want to try it too. Senpai was lighting a cigarette with sparklers with Kotori. It seems that this type of firework was new to both of them. They were really enjoying themselves. Boring. Just wait until I show you our way of playing with fireworks. Himari got fired up. She was carrying fountain-type fireworks in both hands. Those are normally set on the ground. Oh no, lighting them up and chasing after someone while wielding them in our arms like that was one of our... Stop it. Why not? Give them back. We finally have such a peaceful atmosphere here. Don't ruin it. You're no fun, Oi. Achan, you're grown up already. Stop acting like a kid. The picture of an older sister being reprehended by her younger sister. Here we go, take that! As soon as he shouted that, Masatsuki lit up a large number of mini fireworks and threw them all over the place. The forest started burning. Now, we don't have a forest around our house anymore, but who cares? Oba! Uba! Whoa! Yeah! How was it? How was it? Mama, you idiot! Damn you! Damn you! What if someone got burned? Oh, that startled me. You won't get away with this. Grab that moron. Come and get me. Ah, he ran away. Hold it right there. Hold it right there, you criminals. Vad fan är det här för bild? Vad är det här för bild? You'll never catch me. Masatsugu is running around like a little monkey and suddenly got stopped in his tracks. In the blink of an eye, Anchan had grabbed him by the scruff of the neck. Anchan? Mabo, can I have a word with you over there? Speaking kindly, Anchan took Masatsugu over to the shadows. Listen, Mabo, it's important to have fun, but you shouldn't scare girls. You're not a kid anymore. You don't want girls to hate you now, do you? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my, he's annoyed, Anchan. He did the same thing you were planning to do, you know. Everyone's so childish. Boy, why is everyone so childish? Hey everyone, shaved ice is ready. Kanako-san came out into the garden, carrying a big tray with shaved ice. Här går du. Vi har sirap till också. Yay, shaved ice. Do you have a condensed milk syrup? I want strawberry. Alright, don't push. There's enough for everyone. Sorry for troubling you. Nej, det är inget problem. Jag menar, Kotori-chan har så roligt just nu. Woohoo! Woohoo! Hibari-san got a little tearful. When I came to the dormitory, the only thing she really enjoyed was eating ice cream. At some point, the days when Kotori doesn't smile have lessened, and she has fun every day. Not just Kotori, but the rest of us too. It's all thanks to your club activities. Yeah, probably. Getting immersed in them certainly brought us all together. Amane-senpai started it together with Izuka-san, and we had joined just recently. However, Amane-senpai won't be around for much longer. Oh, shaved ice, maybe I'll have a lemon-flavored one. Now, Anchan, can I have some too? Did you reflect on what you've done? Yeah, I did. I don't want the girls to hate me. Hey, this is what you call reflecting. Shut up! I don't accept you as a girl anyway. What did you say? Jeez, you guys are so noisy. Can't you just calm down and eat? No? Brain freeze. It's cold and tasty. This strange blue color stimulates my appetite. What? Fireworks and shaved ice. When it comes to summer memories, nothing beats those. After eating the shaved ice, there were still some fireworks left. It looks like Himari asked Hotaru and Masatsugu to buy them, but it's kind of a problem because they don't know how much is too much. I handed over to where Kotori and Himari were playing with sparklers. It's so pretty. I prefer the big spectacular ones though. I like both kinds, but I'd rather make the most of the last remnants of summer instead of getting really noisy and excited about fireworks. When I lit the sparklers, Anchan came up beside me. You want to light one, Anchan? How about this gun model? Hey, that's mine. I thought I'd save that for last. Nah, I'll pass. It's enough for me just to look at you guys having fun. Everyone looked at him like they didn't really understand what he meant. Anchan sat down beside me. Oh my god, he's so cool! And looked forward towards Amane-senpai, who was playing with fireworks a little further away. Vi får en ny CG. Det har fan inte fått på aslänge. Yatta! Amane was lighting sparklers with Masatsugu and Hotaru. Det finns achievements för att få x antal CGs, men jag kan inte få achievements eftersom jag har mer eller mindre moddat spelet. Men jag har sagt det förut, när jag är klar med det här spelet så ska jag avinstallera moddet. Installera om hela spelet och bara skippa igenom allt för att få alla achievements. För vid det laget har jag förtjänat alla achievements. Då har jag redan gjort allting som behövs för alla achievements. Så. Haha, these fireworks are somewhat cute. You're playing with the sparklers last. It's fine, I like these. Yeah, me too. Girls like these kind of things, don't they? But Anchan, watching over them, had a gentle yet somewhat sad look in his eyes. Hey, Anchan. Izuka-san, where did she go? Hear my question. Kotor and Himari raised their heads as well. Why do you ask that? Anchan must have realized that it's been on our minds. But despite that, he asked us back. Senpai has told us that she went away somewhere. Well, I don't know. She went somewhere. That was Senpai said earlier today, when he asked her to Windmill Hill. Amane-senpai kept working on the glider because she wanted to know why Izuka-san was obsessed with it. She might understand it if she crosses over the passage of clouds, is what she said. Hey, Anchan, why did Izuka-san go away? I, or rather all of us, were probably expecting the same answer. She died in an accident. We expected the worst, but we didn't want to be right about it. Well, I don't know. You don't know? There was an accident, right? Anja made a surprised expression, as we wanted to ask how we knew about this. Yeah, there was. It seems that Isuka was involved in that accident. Then she must have... In response to Kotoru's murmur, Anchan just shook her head, like he couldn't quite say anything definitive. It happened during a summer holiday. Amane and I weren't in Kasugaura at the time. It was obvious that there had been an accident when we saw the wrecked glider. However, we were never informed what had actually happened, and Isuka never came back again. Vänta, va? So she really did die after... Men alltså, då borde de ju veta om det I så fall. However, it seems that Anchan thinks otherwise. If Isuka really had died in that accident, it surely would have become a much bigger issue. But the school covered up the incident and pretended that nothing ever happened. Since then, the whole story became a taboo. Taboo. Don't you look for her? We did, but Isuka was a boarding student who lived alone. Nobody knew where her family lived. The owner of Flying Fish Manor would know. She wouldn't tell us. It seems that she had been told not to say anything. Then, Amane-senpai also... Yeah, like me, she most likely doesn't know where Isuka is either. Amane continued building the glider after Isuka disappeared. Almost like she believed that if she did that, Isuka would come back. Did you carry on too, Anchan? Anchan shook his head. That meant no. Jaha, vänta va? Betyder det nej? Okej. Vi har lärt oss någonting nytt idag! Yay! After Isuka disappeared, Amane changed. She wouldn't let anyone get close to her. This Amane-chan. We exchanged glances, as we simply couldn't believe it. Well, since then, Amane and I have hardly seen each other. I've been concerned about it though. Seeing her immersed in solitude in that deserted garage was heartbreaking. On top of that, I was also completely at a loss after Isuka suddenly disappeared. We were lost for words. Amane-senpai continuing to work on the glider all alone in that big empty garage. Anchan hurt deeply after losing someone. We didn't want to imagine either. When we met Amane-chan, she quickly accepted us. But when it came to getting new members, she wasn't positive about it at all. The photo in Isuka's flight log brought by Kotori changed this. Time heals all wounds. Amane's stubbornness has also started to melt them away in the end, but... I think it's thanks to you guys that she's enjoying herself like this. The colors changed again. Ooh, this is fun. Apparently I can't hear anything you guys are saying right now because I'm so focused on this. It's so pretty. An innocent smile lit up Amane-senpai's face as the little sparks were flickering and crackling. The rainbow-colored lights were reflected in her honest eyes, resembling those of a little kid. Senpai was finding a little wonders in each spark, and her curiosity made her brim with excitement. Hey, let's compete to see which will be the longest. Yeah, alright. Oh, that sounds fun. Let's do that. Anchan watched over her with a kind look in his eyes, but it was like he was also looking at something far, far away. A galaxy. It was far, far away, apparently. I was so busy taking care of myself that I didn't do anything for her, my friend. I know this might seem convenient, but I'm grateful from the bottom of my heart that you guys are friends with her. Anchan, we can do it together from now on. Anchan shook his head. I've already retired from the club, but if there's anything I could help you with as an old member, I'll lend you a hand. Please take care of Amane until she leaves. Himari, Kotori and I all nodded silently at Anchan's request. Anchan's cell phone started ringing. Oh, excuse me? Hello, this is Tatsuya. Yes, really. Yoshi was one. I got it. I'll come and get it tomorrow. First thing in the morning. Anchan ended the call and smiled widely. What is it? Rejoice, guys! When he told us, our excitement suddenly doubled. Var den klar nu, eller? After that... Amane-senpai! Alltså, den här låten låter som en helt annan låt, men okej. Tomorrow, den här låten... Du. Jag vet inte hur den går, men... Tomorrow, the winch is coming back! As we scrambled to inform her about it, Senpai tilted her head and looked at us dubiously. In other words, we can resume the test flights tomorrow. thoughts about the last remnants of this summer holiday have disappeared somewhere. Our feelings were already soaring towards tomorrow. Okay. And just like that, it ended. Är det fortfarande natt nu alltså? Vi är fortfarande här på natten. Men... Jag tror den där brukar visa vart någonstans vi ska någonstans. Liksom. Åh! Vad har hänt med alla färger? Det här är en ny låt också. Men vi ska ta avsluta nu. Du får lyssna på den här låten nästa gång. Tack så mycket för att ni tittade på det här avsnittet utav If My Heart Had Wings. Intressant med en ny låt. Tack för att ni har tittat. Vi hörs nästa gång. Hej då!